Hello, pocket knife community, knife lovers, knife enthusiasts, interested viewers. Hold it here. Yeah, I was just going through my ever-growing Spyderco collection, and I just realized that I have a pretty good collection from Taichung Taiwan. I didn't realize, so I want to do this video real quick highlighting my Taichung Spydercos as opposed to the stuff. I'm not gonna really talk about the China stuff. I'm just wanted to mention the as opposed to Golden Colorado. So this is not a review. It's more like a display of my Taichung collection, what I have so far from Taichung. And I'm gonna start off with the Chaparral. I got the Chaparral with the lightweight. This is always a favorite, slicey dicey. Got the Carpenter's steel, excellent, real thin flat grind. You know the deal with this. So yeah, so I have the Chaparral FRN with the bidirectional handle, and I also have another one that has the serrated edge, which this might be the sharpest knife I own. It's definitely one of the sharpest knives I own. Okay, so I have two of those. I also have another Chaparral, the one with the laminate, the carbon fiber G10 laminate, and the thick backspacer. I love that about this one, as opposed to you see how much bigger how thick the backspacer is on this particular one. These are all Carpenters XHP, all of them. And my last Chaparral is the Sun and Moon, which is one of my favorite knives I own. So yeah, of the Taichung Persuasion, yeah, I have 4 Chaparrals. Very proud of that. What can I go to next? How about the Sage 5? This is a really good knife. I do not carry this knife a lot. This is S30V steel, and also has the laminate with the wire pocket clip. These clips aren't the most awesome looking clips, but they work. The functionality is just absolutely incredible. This is also a knife that has amazing ergos. If you ever want one of those knives that's not very big, but once you choke up, once you use that front choil, you can get all your fingers on there. Extra large hands. When you go back on the first index, you do hang off, but it's supposed to be one of those smaller knives. It's that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, it's a 7-inch knife. I'm sorry. So yeah, it's a 7-inch knife. But 7 is still, not large. So 7 inches. And I also have the Watu. Woo, yeah, love this knife. Looks like a Cybertruck. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. I love the shape of the handle and the fact that a lot of Taichung stuff with the carbon fiber has exposed liners. You see the Sage 5 does not, but this knife does have the exposed liners, which I think is almost always classy looking. Also has the wire pocket clip, barrel standoffs, and the compression lock. This actually is 20 CV steel also, so that's 20 CV is an absolute premium steel. So yeah, Taichung is just amazing with their stuff. I mean, they, not that Golden Colorado isn't, but Taichung is, they really are amazing over there. My next Taichung Spyderco is the Caribbean. This is LC200N steel. This is one of the Salt series. This is how they used to do these. with this. Well, they still kind of do it this way with the G10. They always have some type of, they usually have a bright color, you know, except I think this year, well, this is Golden Colorado, the PM2 in Magna Cut came out with one that was similar to this color and one that's in all black. You know, and yeah, so this is LC200N steel. This is a full flat grind and a full flat handle, you know. So yeah, I think this is a pretty unique clip too. I'm pretty sure. Like a lot of clips with Spydercos transition from a lot of different knives, but I don't think this one does. Jimping's okay, ergos are okay. What I don't like about this is the plunge grind actually touches the scales. You know, it's just yeah. Yeah. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 Taichungs. What else do I have? Taichung. Oh, I also have from Taichung in Spyderco. I also have the Smock. This one is a Blades We Love special. You notice it has white G10 scales. I actually bought the knife like this. I didn't change them out. They also gave me the original scales. This knife also comes with the G10 laminate, carbon fiber G10 laminate. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool doing this with the white G10 perforated scales. Excuse me, guys. And with the black button, you know. This is basically a reverse compression lock. Same thing as the compression lock, except it releases on the opposite side. The regular compression lock on almost every other knife releases on the, if you're holding the knife like this, it releases on the show side. This releases on the clip side, but the button is on the show side, so it goes through. Yeah, it's the Smock. This is also has a really unique, the flipper. It doesn't protrude. It's just sort of like a box, and it makes it has a lot of symmetry, you know, with the shape and overall shape of the knife. This knife also and it's functional. It's also very functional. It doesn't look like it is. It has no jimping on it, 0 jimping, and it doesn't even look functional. But you can I mean, you know, I use a little wrist, I admit, but it never fails. And this knife also, I think I did say, it also has exposed liners. It has one of the typical Spyderco clips. Hollow grind, Warncliffe. Yeah, really nice hollow on this. This is a very nice knife. I don't carry these a lot. I don't know why. They're really good knives. I also have another one. This one I changed the scales myself. This is zirconium scales. I got off of I think Precision, I think it is, off eBay years ago. Zirconium is very heavy. It feels very dense and heavy in hand. I think this knife is like 8 ounces. Yeah, with these scales. I haven't weighed it in a while, but I believe it was very, very heavy. These knives also have a double detent ball. Almost everybody takes off the secondary detent. And these knives both have the secondary detent removed. But yeah, exposed liners. This is a really good looking knife. You know, this is also, yeah, so of the Taichung Taiwan group. And I have 2 more of the Taichung Spydercos. Let's see, which one should I pull out first? Alright, I'll pull out the Canis. Yeah, so the Canis is one of my favorite knives. Absolutely one of my favorite knives. Kelly McCann. This is a knife that that is designed for fighting, specifically as a fighting knife. Ergos breed fighting all over the place, and the tip being so low, and it being a Warncliffe, a straight edge. It has the you know, the laminate G10 scales. It does not have exposed liners, barrel standoffs, and it has a relief in the middle of the blade. Yeah, there's a dispute as to what that's for. I believe that this relief in the middle of the blade is just for aesthetics. It's just so you can indistinguishably know that that's the Canis. I've heard all types of, it's for weight saving. It's for when you cut it, the material passes easier. All this stuff. Come on, stop. It's hard to stand out in the crowd today. Okay. And this is not even a new knife. These are very old knives, old designs. But have you seen anything else look like the Canis? No, you don't. Also has the compression lock. And the jimping is typical Spyderco. Well, actually, not really. Old school Spyderco, yeah. It's decent though. It's not as good as modern day stuff, but it's good. And my final Taichung Spyderco of my collection is the GB2. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the GB. I leave frog lube on this as I store it. Let me just take the frog lube off. You know, I really am, I really don't want my knife to patina. Some people say, oh yeah, man, that patina builds character. I'm like, nah, not. So M4 will, excuse me guys, I'm a little bit sick, will patina, and I don't want that. The access to the lock bar on this is absolutely terrible. You do have to turn the knife pretty much upside down to actually get to it. There's no relief on the side, and it's just not, it's not ideal. But I will say this, that the reverse flick is extremely good on this knife. Very nice reverse flick. The hollow grind is spectacular, and it has a slight swedge at the top to add to the piercing geometry of the blade. And the deployment hole is excellent. It's not, it is partially obscured by the initial index of the handle. There's a peak right here that when you close the blade, that peak does partially obscure the blade, but there's plenty of room to get your finger in for a really satisfying reverse flick. Like I said, this is M4 steel, which M4 holds an edge for a long time. And I like the way they did the branding on this. I mean, it does say Gail Bradley on here, but it's done in a way that's sort of like, I don't know, maybe laser etching, but it's very subtle. It has very subtleness to it. A very neutral handle, very neutral handle. Anyone's hands, pretty much anybody's hands will, be able to accommodate this. The ergos are very favorable. This is a cutting man's knife. It really is if you just, these things cut really well. They really slice through material very well. So yeah. So that's my final. And it also has the G10 laminate with exposed liners. I like the way they did the clip on this with the logo. So Gail Bradley, so yeah, 4, 5, 8, 11. So I have 11 in my collection that are from Taichung. I don't go out and actively look for Taichung knives. As they come, they come. I'm not gonna go out and just look for them. My Spyderco, I had 11, right? 11, yeah. My Spyderco collection is probably up to about, I don't know, maybe 40. So I have about 30 more Spydercos, I guess. Yeah, it's probably close to about that number, 40. And I'm definitely gonna do a video on it very soon because it is growing. So anyway, all right, that's all I got for this one. That's Taichung Taiwan, where fit and finish is golden.